Today's Devo is brought to you by all the wonderful people that God has brought into my life that share the month of November as a birthday month. I love the Word of God. I love it. I love the way it feels between my fingers. I just love the Word of God. So we're in Psalms chapter 39 verses, not just one verse. Psalms 139 verse 16. And it's written by David. David, this murderer, this warrior, this fascinating man of God, this man that God said of him that David was a man after God's own heart. David was rowdy and he was rough, but he understood wartime. He understood that he was a warrior and a king. And more than anything, he wanted to be in the presence of God. He didn't go to battle without asking permission first. Matter of fact, about the only time David didn't get permission first was when he slept around with old Bathsheba. So when we're doing things outside what we were created for, outside the design of us, that's when we really mess up. So when David tells us in Psalms 139:16 about this book written about us by God. Cool. Your eyes could see me as an embryo. Put in your book, all my days were already written. But in your book, all my days were already written before they were shaped, before any of them existed. I didn't get hooked on phonics, so y'all gonna have to read that one. Before any of them existed, my days were written. When I understand the nature of God, because it's been an adventure for him to reveal to me his nature. I, like David, I desire to be in the presence of God. I want to know him intimately and closely, like a good friend. When I realized that this book, that each of us have a book and that God wrote it before we were born. I love the fact that all these beautiful people who were born in November, their book and my book intertwine. That it was imperative for the development of Heather that she have an Aunt B. That Aunt B, I love you, girl. That it was imperative in creating bonds and friendships that he would write in my book, Sherry Lynn. You know I love you, macaroni and cheese girl. It's imperative that in the development of the family line and having a good, strong man in our family, that he would write in my book, my son in love, Wayne Parker. I can't wait to celebrate you later today. That he would write in my book, Sybil Hall, my mother, this woman of strength, quiet strength, but strength. This woman that taught me so much. I could expand on that, but I won't. These people. Oh, and least I forget my newest friend of November, Sharon Brooks. Like-hearted, missionary-minded, great woman of God. I'm so proud of you. So glad to have you in my book. See, I used to think of God so differently. Truthfully, I thought of him as just this harsh, vacant, spear God up there just judging me, just writing this book, a book of keeping score of what Heather did and what Heather didn't. And when I understand that the nature of God was that before I was born, he planned this wonderful life for me. Wonder-filled. Not days without trouble, not days without lessons, not days without beauty and wonder, but a great adventure, and a most adventurous book. So when my book's put off the shelf later in life for him to compare, there's going to be some pages scratched out, some whole pages, and some paragraphs. But now that I understand the nature of God and that to be a good Father, and that his plans of me were good, not to harm me, but hope and future, I desire that every page of every day I get to fulfill it. I don't want there to be one word of what he wrote about Heather to be scratched out and penciled in what Heather wrote for herself. I want every day of my life to be exactly how he had planned it from the beginning of time. And that position requires his presence. For me to know where to go, what to do, who to see, what to say, how to spend every day requires his presence. And that, my sweet friends, my sweet November friends, are why I'm just grateful beyond measure today.